Hey everybody, it's John. Welcome back to another What's Blank Wednesday here at Bill and Paul's. And Ryan, it's an exciting time of year for us.
Sure is, man. Winter's coming.
Yeah, baby. You guys have flipped the store. All the new skis are out for the 25-26 season.
Correct.
So I thought we'd do a little bit on kind of ski technology, ski fits, what type of ski people should be looking for when they shop so
Sure.
that you guys are ready when you get ready to shop for skis. And I'll tell you right now, you should be coming in to get your skis today.
Sale.
Even though the weather's really warm, everything's on sale through September.
Through the end of the month. Yep, preseason sale.
So early shopping is better. So we're going to give you a little education on why there's so many different choices downstairs. We're going to break it down, make it easy for you when you come in. Our team is trained. They all skied these skis last year. You're the buyer. You've done an exceptional job putting together an amazing collection down there. So if you visit our website, what you're going to see is that we categorize skis by carving, all mountain skis, all mountain wide skis.
Yep.
And then we get into some specialty skis
stuff.
like park and pipe and freestyle, backcountry, that type of thing. We'll talk a little bit about everything, but kind of where it all starts would be that carving ski, which we're in Michigan. We get a lot of hard pack. So these skis excel at what types of activities?
Yeah, so the carving skis are really going after a couple people, right? Beginners are going to gravitate towards a carving ski because they're narrower underfoot. We measure every ski on how many millimeters wide it is. Quicker edge to edge will help that beginner initiate the turns and get from one edge to more. Typically more shape to it or more parabolic shape to the carving skis. So everything from a beginner, and as we go into some other ones, you can have advanced carvers too, all the way up to racers. So.
And what we're not showing is that these come with an appropriate match binding, both graphically and performance-wise, so they make a good value in this carving ski.
One less thing that, for this beginner, it's one less thing they have to shop for. Also gives them a little bit more lift off the ski, raises their center of gravity, helps them get edge to edge on that ski that much easier.
So in this carving group, you do have beginner skis, but we know from the race heritage in the area and from the way that a lot of us that are good skiers like to go fast, that ski is not going to cut it. What's wrong with that ski for a good skier?
So a lot of your beginner skis are going to be built just like a kid ski. It's mostly a foam core. This particular element, which is a great ski, does have a small wood stringer running down the middle to help stabilize it at moderate speeds. But if you were to go fast in this, you're going to get a ton of chatter. There's nothing to stabilize that ski. It's going to bounce around on you a lot. And that's what you'll introduce when you get into the nicer products and the more high-performance carving skis, whether it's an ex-racer or just somebody that's a seasoned skier and has been skiing for a long time and does primarily a lot of their skiing on the hard pack or here in Michigan or even out west early season.
So this is one of my favorite skis the last couple of seasons, the Atomic Redster Q98.
Yep.
This is for a high-performance front-side skier, offers a lot of versatility. Why don't you talk us through what this is?
So this is, now we've added a little bit of width to it. So this is 84 millimeters underfoot. What that's going to do is torsionally make the ski stronger so that when it goes through piles of crud or mixed snow, it's going to be more stable at speeds. It also gets away from foam core for sure. This is a full wood core ski with a layer of titanol or titanium aluminum alloy to help dampen that ride. And then at this level of ski, there's also Revo shock out at the tip and tail here. That's another layer of dampening. Also comes with an integrated binding as well.
I had that out at Copper Mountain 2 seasons ago. I was going faster than I was comfortable with, and it wasn't the ski that was the problem. It was the skier. So tons of stability, tons of power, and edge grip.
Yep, edge grip will come full sidewall. So you can see the orange there. You're seeing that sidewall of the ski, much like you would see on a full sidewall race ski. That first ski we had was cap. That's super forgiving, easy in and out of the turns for that beginner ski.
So let's talk prices in this category. The beginning price point with that element is about $450.
Yeah, you're $449, $500, depending on the ski. We're up here, you're going to be in that $800 to $1,000, with a binding. And we've got everything in between
and
too.
There's stuff in between in this category.
Yeah, for that true intermediate, you're going to be in that $500 to $600 with a binding.
Yeah. So great selection of these downstairs. But seems to be a lot of more excitement in what we would call an all-mountain ski, right? So probably one of the best-selling versions of an all-mountain ski for us the last couple of years is the QST series. what makes this different than what we were just looking at? And
Yeah.
why do we call this all mountain and versus a
So all mountains, this guy's going to go through all different conditions. He's probably skiing here at Canonsburg, up north on the weekends. He's also buying a ski for his 1 week trip or 2 week trip out west. So he wants to be able to ski everywhere, explore everywhere, go on the groomed, off the trail, in the woods, everything. So you're going to have a little more rocker profile to the tip and tail, not quite a twin tip, but that'll allow it to initiate that turn easier, even though it's a wider platform.
Okay.
And allows for float through that softer snow. They are bigger, wider skis, so they're much, much lighter. Something like the QST, there isn't that layer of Titanol in there. You might not see it on TV, but there's a ton of carbon stringers in there to help dampen that ride without adding a ton of the weight.
So in the carving skis, 85 millimeters and under is our definition of
Yep.
carving, and then
Yep.
in this all mountain, it's 85 to about 90.
Up to about 199. Yep.
So you can buy different widths here, but you're really not buying performance. Where
Right.
we had beginner, intermediate, expert in the
Right.
carving.
Shopping where you're skiing.
These are pretty much intermediate to advanced level skier.
Right. And something like 94 millimeters under waist, we sell a ton of that, 88 to 94, 96. Super versatile ski to ski anywhere in Michigan in any terrain, and have a ton of ski for when you go out
And
west.
then you get the option to put any binding on there. So on
Yep.
the tele skier, I've actually tellied on this ski before. It's a phenomenal ski for that, but a lot of choices in terms of how you attach yourself to
Right,
the ski. too.
right.
So awesome.
Yep.
Then for that more adventurous all mountain skier, we get into all mountain wide. So
Yeah.
kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah, so this is the Black Crow's Atris. Black Crow's is a super cool brand we've been starting to carry here for the last couple of years. Obviously, really fun graphics on them that just kind of sells itself on the wall. But again, it's all about that width of the ski. So this is 105 millimeters under the waist. So still can ski it here if you're a solid skier, but this person's spending most of their time in the softer snow or skiing out west or off trail. It's just a riot. Again, early rise, tip and tail, very little camber in the middle. It's not for carving, but it can carve. It's meant to be off the trail.
And again, by other ski out west would be 106 millimeter
Right.
version of a different
Yep.
model. But
Yep.
super fun, and yet I can go in the back bowls at copper,
Right.
trees, and I've got that flotation. So,
Yep.
cool. Yeah, I like that graphic this
Yep.
year.
They got cool graphics, top and bottom.
Well, let's talk about a couple of skis outside the traditional categories that these two look the same, but they're quite different, right?
Yep.
So we've got the very popular bent Chetler,
Yep.
which there's a reason it's popular. What is that for?
Well, it's the number one ski selling for us, and I think pretty much nationwide for the last few years. But this happens to be the Bent 100. There's a whole Bent series. Crazy fun ski that can ski really anywhere. Tons of cool technology with their tip shape and keeps that snow up out of the powder. This falls into what will look like a twin tip category for
Right.
everybody, but this is not necessarily just going into the terrain park at Canonsburg and hitting and sliding rails and boxes all day. This guy's treating the whole mountain as their playground. So they're in the trees, they're dropping off of cliffs, grinding on something in the woods if they see something cool to hit on.
So it's
you get
built
all
and
that.
balanced for directional skiing.
Right.
Is more. It's not
Yep.
really a park ski, but it gives you that park feel in the entire.
Right, and most of these
area.
guys on the mount pattern on the bottom, they're going to set it back at recommended, which is very similar to how we would ski all of our traditional all-mountain skis. So they get the benefits of that twin tip and tail, but they're skiing it where the side cut's intended to be.
Super cool new graphic this year. Chris knocked it out of the park, I think, with this
Yep.
one. And it's surprising at our demo in the spring, which we'll be holding again this year, the schoolhouse demo, how many people you would not associate with twin tips type
Yeah.
skiing love this ski.
This series has a cult following. It
Yeah.
has for many years now,
Yeah.
so yeah.
So compare that to the Armada in front of us.
Yep, so this is the Idolo here. So this is a really, really soft flexing. This is a symmetrical ski. This customer is going to mount the ski right in the middle. They're at the terrain park. They're sliding on the rails, sliding on the boxes. They want that balance on there, whether they're hitting switch or riding regular. They want that thing to be sliding balanced. Really soft tip and tail on the Idolo. Twin tips can come both ways. You can have it stiffer for more launch, or you can have it really soft for just kind of goofing and playing.
So we talked a lot about waist width in the more traditional type skis.
Yep.
I know these come in a variety of widths. The park skis, is
Yep.
there a benefit? Is there a
There
difference?
is. I mean, and it's some of it's personal preference, but right, you want a little bit wider platform, gives you a little bit more balance if you're up on the boxes and the rails. If you're doing some more of the park style stuff on the hits and everything, on the natural hits of snow, sometimes that quicker edge to edge with a little bit narrower will help.
Yeah, these kids aren't really looking for powder; they're looking for
Yep.
metal,
Yep.
right?
And they
to
always
that
come with
end-
really cool graphics.
Yeah, and to that end, when this thing's actually built a little bit more for taking that beating or abuse,
Yep.
right?
Yep. So most of your twin tips or the park and pipe skis are going to have oversized edges and bases, so a little thicker base to take a beating because this is hitting a lot more impact than we would on everyday skis, and typically a thicker edge as well to take that impact. So
The manufacturers do what they can to keep these things from breaking, but
Yep.
when you're putting energy through a metal stationary,
if you're moving and hit a
rail,
guardrail, it's gonna.
it's gonna potentially break.
Yep.
So just be aware that you crazy kids out there that are using these things like nuts, and
Yep.
we love seeing them when they come in beat up. We can fix a lot of that stuff. Can't fix a broken ski.
Right.
So we went through pretty much all the categories, and there's a lot of new graphics this year, a lot of fresh colors.
Yep.
But in general, not a ton.
There's not
of
any dramatic changes.
changes?
Every brand has one or two skis that are kind of changing. We brought one up here from the Head Core series. That series has seen an
I think
overhaul.
this is a big change.
Yep.
Like, this is a ski that a lot of you guys might be familiar with. The Core. It's been their franchise ski for Head for a number of years. They kind of had stayed away from metal in that ski.
Right.
I don't want to say they caved, but they decided it was time to upgrade this
Yep.
ski a little bit.
So this now will have a layer of Titanol in there. Makes it a little bit more robust. Competes better with the category that it was skiing against, but it actually skis better too. So it's a phenomenal ski. It looks really cool with the kind of gummy stone natural around the edge. And if there's been a knock on the Core over the years, it was not a super durable top sheet.
Yeah.
This has a much more durable top sheet on it. So this skied amazing. Our testers at Boyne last spring loved it. This happens to be a 100 millimeter waist, but they make multiple waists, and just like this, in many of these skis we showed, there's a men's equivalent and a women's equivalent. So, yep.
Yeah, so we like to say that it's rare where there's a massive change in ski technology, right?
Right.
Maybe shape skis were a big one, the length of a ski, a few years ago. But it's these incremental changes that companies make every year, and they do that year after year after year, where 5 years from now, the ski that you might be in love with, model might be the same. It's going to
There's
feel
dramatic
a
differences.
lot better,
yeah,
right?
Always for the better.
Nobody's
Yeah.
ever moved backwards in
Right.
terms of fun and performance.
Yeah.
So, well, Ryan, thank you for sharing all
You're
that
welcome.
knowledge with our fans and friends and myself. It's got me excited. I think I'm going to get some new skis this year. How about you?
It's coming. Oh, there's always something new I got to get. So.
So, winter is coming, regardless of the warm weather we're having in West Michigan. Ski resorts are selling passes at great deals right now here in Michigan, so make sure you guys go check those out and take advantage of that. So you ski a lot this winter. I know the snow guns
Yeah.
are getting tested and pipes are being laid. So it's going to be a phenomenal winter here in Michigan. We
It's coming.
promise.
It's coming.
Winter's always happening at Bill and Paul's. Follow us on Facebook, social media, YouTube. Like us. Leave some comments for us. If you like this video, we'd appreciate hearing back from you guys. And we will see you soon for another What's Blank Wednesday.